With Singapore in their sights, the WTA travelled to Tokyo for the Toray Pan-Pacific Open, with the action in Japan in full swing. Not far from the hustle and bustle of one of the world's most populated cities, there's been plenty of upsets already at the Ariake Tennis Forest Park. Madison Keys was the first seed to fall, swiftly followed by Dominika Cibulkova. Slovakian 6th seed unable to navigate her way past Naomi Osaka, who wowed the Japanese home crowd as she progressed to the last 8. But Petra Kvitova was another high-profile casualty as she lost out to Olympic champion Monica Puig. Headlining Thursday's play at the Ariake Coliseum was world number 3 and top seed Garbiñe Muguruza. The Spaniard was out for revenge against Anastasia Sevastova, having fallen to the Latvian in the second round of the US Open earlier this month. That disappointment in New York has left Muguruza bidding to end the season on a high, and she seemed well on her way with an early break. Muguruza is, after all, a Grand Slam winner. Her quality shone through as she managed to take the opener.
And a very solid first set for Muguruza, able to take it by 6 games to 3.
Bidding to better her run to the semi-finals here last year, the Spaniard showed the same force and aggression in the second.
And it's so well done from the Spaniard, taking a chance, being aggressive, being in command here.
And it would ultimately prove too much for Sevastova, Muguruza clinching her quarter-final berth as her opponent misfired.
It was a good opportunity for me to, kind of have a revenge. This is tennis, and sometimes you have the opportunity to play against the same opponent. And I was very happy because, it showed me that I've been working and improving, and I found a way to beat her, and I feel much better on the court.
Third seed Karolina Pliskova, meanwhile, was making her first appearance since a dramatic run to the US Open final. Alexandra Sasnovich was her opponent, the Belarusian facing a top 10 player for just the second time in her career. The lower ranked of the two, Sasnovich has won 4 matches in Tokyo already. Got off to a blistering start here with an early break.
And it's well done from Sasnovich, very steady and playing really down the middle, not letting Pliskova get any angles.
Pliskova, whose best result here came as she reached the last 8 last year, came roaring back.
And that's it. Well done from Pliskova. Much better game.
The world number 107, though, was in no mood to pass up the early opportunities presented to her and would go on to break a third time before sealing the opener 6-4.
And nicely done again from Sasnovich, and the racket flies out of the hand of Pliskova.
The quality of her opening set performance clearly gave her added confidence as she tore through the second set. Pliskova with no answers as she swiftly fell behind.
What a get, what a point from Sasnovich, who's fighting out there like a tiger.
And Sasnovich didn't leave it long to clinch a memorable victory. Pliskova misfiring as she bowed out.
I'm really happy with this performance. I didn't think in the morning, for example, that I could beat Pliskova. And I was ready to go to Wuhan. I checked out from the hotel. I even bought the tickets to fly to China, but I'm happy.
Last up on centre, Elina Svitolina faced 8th seed Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. The Russian had played just an hour of her first round match before opponent Andrea Petkovic was forced to retire. She'd be looking to reach her first quarter-final since Montreal in July. And she looked like taking the early advantage, leaving 22-year-old Svitolina evidently frustrated.
That's just too good. She is so aggressive, and that scream of frustration for Svitolina.
The Ukrainian, though, would go on to stage a comeback and take the first set 7-6. She didn't stop there, breaking Pavlyuchenkova in the first game of the second set as she stormed to a 3-1 lead and took control. Despite a valiant effort from the Russian, she was unable to stop her opponent as Svitolina won her final service game to love, spelling the end to yet another seed's time in Tokyo. So with the quarter-final draw in the books, just 2 seeds survive to make Friday's lineup. Agnieszka Radwanska kicks off proceedings against Puerto Rican Puig, while Muguruza finishes off the day's action as she takes on Svitolina.